Alright, bless everybody. It's been a while since I've been talking on this channel, but I wanted to just sort of convey a few peaceful things today. I just want to sort of bring light to the fact that you don't have to be anything in life. You don't have to do anything because you're already everything. It's only the body which is limited to the body and the mental body, the the capacity that we can do. Like, you may already be enlightened or like a high level of spiritual awakeness and awareness, but sometimes like the mind and the body still needs to be healed and go through what it goes through to get to heaven or the other side when you die. So everything that we go through is something that we really just witness. Like, for example, like I had like an awakening experience in 2018 where I was like, damn, I'm enlightened, I'm Buddha, I'm awake, and to me it was like my mind just went completely quiet and I was in the moment. I had unlimited confidence, and it's like that feeling never really left. But when I started, interacting with energies and people that would limit me and force beliefs on me that I was this or that, or certain things are this and that, it was like I've really started to struggle with my mental health. And it was like, even though I'm at a place of awareness and Buddha nature, the mental health and the physical body was still sick. So a lot of sages talk about, like, a lot of sages get really ill before they die, like Nisargadatta, Buddha himself. They were like dying, but they were still fully at peace. But for me, it was like my mental health, like my mind, when I started like tuning back into, just the physical damage of my brain was still affecting how I'd communicate things or do certain things, even though I reached a state of awareness which has never really left. And it's like that damage in the brain, because the brain is what, controls the whole body, other than like the spirit beyond God, which we're all observing. But the brain is in charge of the body, because the body was sick, because the brain was sick. It was like I had to go through a lot of suffering and a lot of like deep karmic stuff, which like over time, like staying in recovery and realizing that I was sick and that I needed healing, and like even up until like the last couple of years, like needing a guru and stuff like that to take this even further is very important. Like, but you have to be aware of where you're at and what you're doing. Like, just because like there's all this information in the world that you can read and process, and you can suddenly feel like you're having a high, like, damn, I'm enlightened and stuff, doesn't mean you're at the highest state that could possibly be, because beyond the body there's a lot more peace. Hold on, I might have to. Yeah, so beyond the body is really the nature of things. Like the ego is really just your sense of being an individual and feeling like you are this, you're that sort of thing. But as Sage Nisargadatta said, I am that. It's the I am which it's like the I am is the experience that you're having. It's like not the body that you're really experiencing, but like even the I am is temporary in like the ultimate sense. Like, where there's like, it's like the stateless state, the power Brahman state. So I can understand these things at an intellectual level, but it's not like I experience like complete bliss and detachment all the time. It's like a great teacher called Michael Modadi said, respect, you know, um, respect the illusion, but live in truth, or something like that. know the truth but respect the illusion. It's like, you know, at the deepest level, like what the truth is, but you're still respecting the fact that you still got to wake up, you still got to brush your teeth, you still got to look presentable, smell good. You still got to do these things to maintain. But even if you know, if you don't do all of that and you're in just such a detached way and you're really like a guru, or like, because people throughout history have lived like where they give up on all self-care and stuff like that and just live as, you know, as Brahmin. But in a modern world it's quite hard to do that. But you don't have to feel sad that you can't do that, or that you have to respect an illusion which you know isn't like the ultimate truth. You are always at home in your own being. Like, you know, like our beingness, our spirit, you know, God, that's always our home, and that's what we're always experiencing. It's like, you respect the illusion that you've got to have something to eat, but you still know the truth that it's all just really an illusion because it doesn't last forever. So there's a lot of things that play in our lives, like the grace that we receive, the karma from reaping and sowing, and walking through the valley of the shadow and death and all that. But fear no evil, because there's nothing that can really harm the real you. You know, like that's why a lot of Christians get martyred, like a long time ago, and still even to this day, because they're just like, I'm staying in the conviction that God is the truth, God loves me, and there's a reward on the other side for my faith and for staying true and for speaking the truth, you know, and being a pure presence of love. But they still get killed because of all their stuff that, you know, that's programmed into them, like that they have to experience. Like, you can call it karma, you can call it like, you can call it whatever, but everyone has to go through an individual journey, regardless if we're not actually individuals. So that should bring you a lot of peace, and that should sort of burn away a lot of karma with the Dharma, because karma is just action in process. It's just an aspect of the universe, an aspect of God that's giving you the things that you need to go through to learn and to realize that there's a lot more than just the limited beliefs. Because that's when they say, like, you know, the devil will send demons to get you and stuff like that, but that really means like the ego will send deep egoic things to give you deep egoic beliefs, so that you feel limited and you're not God conscious and you're not aware. Because if you're not aware, like in silence at the home of your being, like letting go of the mind, because it's like whatever you do to corrupt the mind is going to stay with you until you find a way of releasing it, of healing from it. But it's a process. It doesn't just happen instantly. But obviously, listening to someone that's giving you the truth, like a guru, a sage, or an angel or something, they will help the process, because what you would have experienced before when you didn't have the awareness or the wisdom in the mind, because it's all absorbed consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, it's going to make a difference, like in the long run, because it will change what could have been. That's why people even like worship gurus, because they say like the guru is sort of beyond God, because whatever you're going to experience, you experience with God, but the guru sort of goes beyond that. So don't worry about yourself, don't worry about enlightenment or reaching like a really high state or being famous or being rich or being anything other than what you already are. Just allow life to flow naturally, and you can do whatever you want to enjoy it, but you don't have to fear it either, because at the stateless state, you know, power Brahman, God level, we're all that, but we're just showing it differently. We've all been written a different story that we have to experience through God. So, don't be afraid. Like, in the Bible, it's in the Psalms, King David was saying, like, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will feel no evil because you are with me, your rod and your staff comfort me. So I'll walk through the karmic lessons, I'll walk through limits and beliefs, I'll walk through addictions, I'll walk through the illusion, but I know that you're with me, God, and that your grace will be sufficient for me. So rest in that peace and don't worry. Jesus said himself, do not worry about your life, what you'll eat, what you'll wear. Look at the birds and the flowers. They don't worry, but yet God supplies for them, So God will supply for you even if it feels like you're going through hell or you're going through heaven or whatever. Just do your best, I'd say, to get the wisdom, because in the Proverbs also it says, like, wisdom will take care of you, take care of wisdom and she will take care of you, which is also like another way of saying, like, the Holy Spirit will take care of you. So it's not always about, like, believing in just one particular thing, but it's kind of just like getting rid of beliefs entirely and just being detached and just letting the truth flow through however. You don't have to take everything everyone says, but the enlightenment, as Guruji Chosai says, all the activities of an enlightened being are enlightened activities. So you can learn a lot from those who've reached that state of awareness. Like, it's good to be awake and to be aware and to be enlightened, but you still may have to go through stuff. You still may have people throwing rocks at your glass house, but if it's smashed down, it was never like the safest thing to do to build your house out of glass. So build your house, build your home, build your foundation and your mind on truth. Build it on the rocks, and it will not be knocked down by a wolf coming to get you and stuff like that. He'll blow on the house, but it won't blow down because it's got a firm foundation. Even Christians talk about, like, if your roots are established in hell, you can grow to heaven, like the tree of life that you are. So I'm just flowing and I'm freestyling right now, but I don't really know what I can do to give you the grace that you need. You just have to surrender to God and God will give you the grace. I'm aware of the truth, but I respect the illusion that I'm still in a body, but this is like my last life, I feel, and I sort of know that to be true. Like, I don't have to struggle and strive with samsara and stuff. So if there's anything that I desire to be free, and I desire for you to be free. Papaji, Muji's guru, talks about, if you're going to desire anything, just desire freedom, desire enlightenment. If you're going to have desires at all, then just desire that. But when you're desireless and you want nothing, you realise that you're already there, sort of thing. You're already the best that you can be, so don't feel polluted or pulled down by, like, negative or positive energies. Just remain as you are and recognise that God has got a plan for you, plans to prosper you and to give you good hope and a future, not to harm you. So don't worry about anything and rest assured that everything will be right, and you're doing better than you think, because whatever you think is limited. So you're always doing better than you think, just by existing and hearing and being aware and all that. You're already doing enough and you're already doing good. So stay righteous and stay in peace. I love you, and that's all best.